At this time, I want to invite all of the children who are here this morning to come down front and join me for a blessing. Yeah. And the Squishmallows came from the east. Is that a gift? That is beautiful. That's awesome. They have children's. What? You got a Pokemon for Christmas. That's awesome. Pokemon, it's an ancient Japanese word. It means pocket monster. I just made that up. Today is a special Sunday, and normally we break this out into 2 Sundays, but today we're celebrating it all in one because of the calendar. It's a day when we celebrate the wise men who came to bring gifts to Jesus when he was little. And it's a day when we talk about baptism. But all of these messages, or these 2 stories, have one thing in common. And the thing that they have in common is that God's message and God's hope is for strangers, for people who come from outside to the inside. What do we call somebody who comes to America from a different country? They move to America to live here. Yeah? Welcome? Yes, you're skipping right to the end of the lesson. Yeah, we call them immigrants. Have you ever heard that word, immigrant? Sometimes Americans immigrate to other countries, and sometimes people from other countries immigrate to America. When I was a little kid, my dad used to say all the time, he would say, 1,000 Americans are born all over the world every day. They just haven't come home yet. America's very special because America is a country that welcomes people and brings them in. This church was started by immigrants. Do you know what country the people who started this church came from? Germany. Have you ever heard of Germany? Mm-hmm. Yeah. For the first 50 years that people worshipped here at St. John's, they didn't worship in English. You know what language they worshipped in? In German, yeah. For 50 years they spoke German. And people said, they should just learn English. They still worshipped in German for many years. So we all come, almost all of us come from immigrants. And today's story, we see that you see the 3 wise men as they're depicted here with the baby Jesus, and you hear about the wise men. And in the stories from the book of Acts and the Gospels, people come from all over to be baptized. They receive this welcome into the Jesus movement. But they're immigrants. They're outsiders. They come from other places. And what do they bring? What do they bring with them when they come? Remember what the wise men bring to Jesus? Yeah? Presents, yes. Frankincense and myrrh. Got a lot of that. I love getting frankincense for Christmas. It's my favorite. And gold. And they bring gold. And just like that, people bring gifts with them when they come and they move to America. And so I thought our blessing today would be that we welcome strangers and we welcome visitors. Does that sound like a good blessing? Okay, go ahead and raise a hand, and we'll bless each other before we'll send you down to the worship centers. Just repeat after me. This week, we will welcome strangers and celebrate them. Amen. All right, you guys.
So, worship centers are starting again. I just want to remind you of 2 things. We can't run out of sanctuary, and who has to go downstairs first?
You.
Either me or another adult. Miss Lisa's going to go downstairs first today, so make sure she's in front of you. And I'm going to take a volunteer of how you want to walk out of the sanctuary today. Because I think, Oliver, a while ago you had an idea. Do you have an idea today?
Walk like a Pikachu.
Like a Pikachu?
Yes.
Okay,
Excellent
some kind
choice.
of Pokemon. Walk like some kind of Pokemon. Okay,
All
go.
right.